Brian is with Prospect Mortgage. He is my preferred lender. He's the lender that I trust the most and work with the most because he is a straight shooter and always tells it like it is. So I invited him here to talk about lending in real estate and options that you have if you either are a first-time home buyer and you don't know the system, or if you've got some credit challenges, financial challenges, and also just any other topics. But let's start with that. So say somebody is 570 or 560. What options do they have to buy a property in the future, and how far in the future are we talking about?
Well, if they have a 570 or something below that 580 number, there's things that you can proactively do. So what we would actually do is we'd pull your credit report and look at the actual circumstances that are limiting that credit score to the 570 or anything below 580. And there are proactive things that you can do, such as sometimes what's limiting it to that 570 or below that 580 is, first, you could have credit lines. Let's say, for instance, you have a Visa that has a $2,000 limit on it. What you can do is you can pay that credit card down to 50% of that limit. Let's say, for instance, it's a $2,000 limit, but you have a $2,000 balance. That 100% balance to limit destroys your credit score. And so if you were to pay that down to no greater than 50%, that will elevate your credit score dramatically. And that's one thing that you could do. So if you had a bunch of credit cards that exceeded that 50% balance to limit ratio, then that will significantly affect your credit. And if we just by paying those credit cards down below that number, we're going to increase the credit score dramatically. So let's say, for instance, you had 3 cards that were over that 50% balance to limit ratio, and you had 2 other additional cards that had nothing on it. What you could do is you could move some of the balance from the 3 cards that exceeded that 50% level over to and spread it out over the total of the 5 cards, and actually increase your credit score in doing so, as long as none of those 5 exceeded that 50% balance to limit ratio.
So it sounds like you can help people come up with a strategy for a way to get their credit score up so that they can get into a home.
Absolutely. What they just have to do is they have to pick up the phone and let's go ahead and begin the process, run their credit report, and design a blueprint that way.
Okay.
Chuck, I'm really excited about this endeavor that Kristen's taking. I'm really happy for her to take a year off. I'm really excited that she felt we could take care of her clients.
Yeah, she deserves the time off. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a big undertaking, but
it is.
yeah, and
it
to
is.
maintain her level of service and what she's been doing for her clients will be a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy for her as well.
It takes 2 of us to take your place.
Yeah, and it could take even more, but
we're
going to give it a shot.
Good.